Doing well.
Whenever you're ready.
I start off by saying it's great to be back in the win column. Really commend the guys for trying to find a way to pull that game out and persevering and fighting hard to come up with a win. And not really happy of how, we gave up explosive plays, particularly coming into the game, understanding what Wright would do. When you look at it, really, it's a lot of missed tackles. We got to do a great job at the point of attack, just finishing, making plays. Moving forward, there's another opportunity this week to, have the 1-0 mentality. Okay, I know a lot of people, and it may be some in this room, aren't giving us an opportunity, a chance going against the #1 team in the country. But it's an opportunity again to win a football game. Preparation has been great. Guys had a good week of practice. It's going to be a difficult task. Those guys are extremely talented across the board. You look at the quarterback situation, it doesn't matter whether Bennett or Daniels in there. That offense is very effective. Before you can even get to the receivers, you're talking about some of the top tight ends in the country. Washington, Bowers, freshman, he's just, playing lights out. And they have a great combination when it comes to the running backs from a standpoint of, Cook does a great job when you look at as well as White. So, again, it's going to be a difficult task. And with that, I'll take your questions.
Steve, before this year, Bennett was kind of known as sort of game manager. He didn't really run the ball downfield a whole lot. This year, he really is. What do you see from him? What do you think?
Well, I think more and more you operate within any kind of system. If you're the starter, you build confidence, and that's what they've done with him. He does a great job not only managing the game, as you can see, he's very productive. He can win with his legs, extend plays, do some great things there. So again, it's going to be an issue if he does try to pull it. Got to make sure that we're sound on the QB run. They got weapons all across the board. We got to do a great job of having our eyes in the right spot and just executing and doing our job. I mean, it's definitely, like I said, you got two great running backs. So based off what we've been able to put on film, I know that's going to be, Monken's mindset. It's going to come in and try to establish the run. And then from there, they're very known for, their big play action over the top. So it's going to be a mixture of both, and we got to be ready for it. Missed tackles. We right there at the point of attack. We got to finish and make the play. So there's times right now even dialed it up. We blitzed right into it. We missed the tackle in the backfield one time. So definitely, in my opinion, I don't think there's anything schematically that we got to correct. I think there's just more fundamentals and technique. We just got to finish and execute. No, not at all. So again, tough task ahead, but the guys are looking forward to the challenge as well as the coaches. So it was a great week, great day of practice. Rather, we're going to continue to try to progress throughout the week. But again, we feel good about our approach. And again, I know a lot of people aren't giving us any chance. So we're going to go out here and do what we got to do to make this thing happen.
Steve, what was your relationship like, and how well do you know from the year you guys worked together, I guess, 3 years ago?
Relationship was fine. A lot of respect for for Monk, and he does a tremendous job. He always has. Even when we went against each other, when he was at Tampa, I was at Carolina. So I have nothing but respect for him, having the opportunity to work with him and see him up close in person each and every day. He does a tremendous job in getting his guys ready to play. You can see that on film. Well, again, he is very sound in what he's doing. He's going to, try to set things up with everything that he's doing from a standpoint. Whatever run, he has a play action that looks just the same right off of it. He does a great job of really trying to spread the ball around to different guys. Again, you can just tell on tape the things that they're doing. There's a lot of things that he's done in the past, particularly when he was at Cleveland.
Talk about no one giving you a chance. Is that something you embrace, that underdog mentality,
Well, I don't really think about from embracing the underdog mentality. I think Coach does a great job. Coach Drink, I'm talking about, and really setting the tone each and every week with the 1-0 mentality. You know, whether it's the number one team in the country, whether it's Vanderbilt, whether it's Rockbridge, you know, we gotta we gotta be 1-0. You know, and that's the mindset.
You mentioned your approach, and when watching film of how other teams have approached defending Jordan, what they're able to do, what have you seen and been able to take away from what they've done, and what are some things you want to add or kind of tweak to go into this matchup?
Well, I think when you really look at them, they have so many weapons. So, okay, what do you take away, or who do you take away? Number one, I think you got to make them one-dimensional. You got to do everything you can to try to stop the run. You got to stop the run first. And if they're able to run the ball and pass, it's going to be a long day. So we got to do everything we can right now, all right, to make sure we stay in our gaps. All right, we shed, we get off blocks. We do a good job right here being physical at the point of attack, and most importantly, finishing and making tackles. So the number one priority is to stop the run.
I think it was last year after the Georgia game, Eli said they start closing the gap with some of the teams like Georgia and Florida and Alabama. I guess when you sort of recruiting players, you look to close that gap, you sort of look for players that maybe they're going after, try to close it that way, and try to, like you have philosophy in that way.
I think you try to find the best players in the country that fits your system and your scheme. And, you know, there was an article that came out, I don't know when it came out, but I just read it yesterday, that Kirby talked about, you know, you can't out-coach recruiting, you know, and that's probably a good statement to make because, again, the bottom line is, you know, you can have the best scheme that you can have. You want to make sure you got good players out there executing. So I thought that was a great statement, and when it comes to recruiting, you can see what Coach Drink and this staff, and again, with me being here this year and the other coaches that just got here, the things that we're trying to do, you know, for us where this class is ranked right now. So that's where it all starts right here, you know, for us recruiting.
Steve, some of the factors that they were tight end here, trying to especially with Georgia, which has a really good young.
It's difficult, you know, because there's times where he could be in line, all right, as a true tight end in the core, and they can flex him out to try to create that matchup that they're looking for at times. So when you got a guy, particularly like Bowers, who's very effective in doing both, it sometimes creates a problem for you. But you just got to be able to mix, you know, our coverages in and those different things from a standpoint, man zone or whatnot. So it's always just trying to stay ahead of them.
And you mentioned a lot being gas time. How difficult is it to be a little more hands-on with the personal aspect of the process like that?
I don't think it's hard at all. You just got to do your job. You know, everybody has a gap on every play, and what happens so many times because, you know, a lot of us are chasing plays, we're chasing stats, we want to be, you know, our name called and those kind of things. But Coach always talks about there's enough to go around. You know, just do your job, and the opportunity is going to come for you to make the play. But you see guys at the point of attack, and all of a sudden they pop out, and the running back hits the crease. You know, so we got to be unselfish, all right, and just within that play, within that rep, execute and do my assignment. I think he's done a great job. He continued to progress each and every week. He's one of the guys that I consider to be, you know, consistent in the things that we ask him to do. I know I mentioned KD last week along with Isaiah, but he's another guy that falls right into that, you know. Each week he's doing the little things that's going to put him in position to make plays. So I'm pleased thus far. Using his hands, shedding, getting off blocks, you know, playing downhill, getting into his gap, having great eyes when you know he's in coverage with his back, you know, those kind of things. Well, you know, Chris is a guy that that we can put at nickel. You know, we can put out at corner as we did last week. I thought he made some great plays, particularly late in the game. Had a questionable call there. They called it. We live with it. But he's a guy that you can move around. So I'm very pleased with him and just being able to step up and accept that role wherever we put him. You know, he's fine. He's ready to go play. And he's a guy, man, you know, he came up to me today, it's like, you know, we got to do this, coach. He's always trying to find ways to get better, you know, and I appreciate that.
You guys were able to hold Mizzou last week to a lower point total, 10% of the win team. What were some of the good things you noticed from last week that you wanted to overcome this week?
Well, I thought initially we did a good job from a standpoint of creating, starting fast and creating 2 3 and outs. You know, something that we got to make sure that we do. Again, we got to find ways to limit their drives, all right? And it starts with trying to create some negative plays on first and second down. Those guys average 8 yards on first down. So we got to do some things to try to get those guys behind the sticks. You know, if we're living in third and short all game, it's going to be a long game for us. So we got to do a good job on first and second down trying to create those negative plays.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.